People talk about Gwinnett County like it's one giant suburb, but the reality is that Gwinnett County is huge. There's over 1 million people who live here. It is also very spread out, so the experience you have living in North Gwinnett can look very different from the experience you have living in South Gwinnett. Different schools, different neighborhoods, different price points, different growth. And depending on what you're looking for, one area might make more sense for your lifestyle than another. So today we're going to get into the real question people talk about. Is North Gwinnett actually better than South Gwinnett? I'm Sarah Pickle, a real estate agent working all over Gwinnett County and the surrounding North Metro Atlanta suburbs. I help a lot of families relocate all over the country into Gwinnett County, and this comparison comes up all the time. People want clarity. They want honesty about schools, lifestyle, commute, home values, and what life really feels like in each part of the county. So that's what we're going to walk through today. This is not about labeling one area as good and the other as bad. I would get in so much trouble for that. Both have strengths, both attract different kinds of people, and both offer a variety of neighborhoods. What matters is figuring out which one fits the stage of life that you're in, the kind of home that you want, and the community that you're hoping to build. Before we compare, let's set the stage. Like I said, Gwinnett County is huge, one of the largest counties in Georgia, both by population and geographic size. So for the purposes of our conversation, we're going to refer to North Gwinnett as anything above where 316 starts off of Interstate 85. I'm sure there'll be one or two of you debating this in the comments, but nonetheless, North Gwinnett County is where Beaufort, Sugar Hill, Suwanee, parts of Duluth, parts of Lawrenceville, parts of Decula, and our new city of Mulberry are. Overall, there is newer development here, higher performing schools, proximity to Lake Lanier, and easy access to Interstate 85 or 985. There is also strong growth in retail and dining, especially around Beaufort and Suwanee. Now, South Gwinnett usually refers to areas like Snellville, Lilburn, Norcross, Loganville, and parts of Lawrenceville. These areas are more established with classic style homes, and it tends to offer more affordability, larger lots, a little quieter, more traditional neighborhoods. This difference in age, development, school, and price points is the foundation for our entire conversation. After all, I'm a real estate agent, and this is my favorite topic. Schools are usually the biggest divider between North and South Gwinnett in the eyes of a buyer. In North Gwinnett, you're going to find some of the most in-demand schools in the county. This includes North Gwinnett High School, Beaufort City Schools, Mill Creek High School, and Sackinger. This is the newer AI-themed high school. Families will often move here specifically because of the school reputation or the sports programs, the support systems within the schools, and the consistency and high test scores. South Gwinnett schools are a little bit more varied. Some are improving significantly and some have really strong community support. But overall, when we compare between North and South, they don't typically have the same countywide reputation or the competitive performance metrics that drive that relocation demand as much as the northern part of the county. I am not saying that they're bad. In fact, 24 Gwinnett County high schools made the best Georgia high schools list from U.S. News and World Report, and some are from North Gwinnett and from South Gwinnett. So if you go to Gwinnett County Public Schools website, you can find the school profile dashboard. This tells you so much information about each school. There are test grades, the demographics, info on the teachers, and so much more. This is a great tool for parents when they are moving to a new place and need to know about the schools. Also, moms groups on Facebook, they do not hold back. Ask questions there. Home prices and housing styles is where the contrast becomes really clear. In North Gwinnett, home prices are higher here because the demand is stronger. Many neighborhoods are newer, so you'll see a lot of swim and tennis communities, more new construction, and homes that are built with open layouts and updated finishes. If you're looking for something built after 2010 with neighborhood amenities, this part of Gwinnett offers a lot of options. There's also luxury pockets in Suwanee, Buford, and Sugar Hill. Now in South Gwinnett, you'll see a lot more established neighborhoods with larger lots and more variation in home styles. So homes built in the 80s, 90s, and early 2000s make up a big part of the market. The prices tend to be a little bit more accessible, so many buyers will choose South Gwinnett so they can get more house for their money. If budget matters more than having the newest finishes, this region could make a lot of sense. Neither one is wrong. It just depends on whether you prefer newer construction and defined neighborhoods or more space and affordability in exchange for older homes. Now we'll talk about lifestyle, amenities, and community feel. North Gwinnett has a more suburban, modern feel. Most of the town centers are full of vibrant restaurants and community events, walking trails, newer parks, and an overall sense of curated growth. Suwanee Town Center, downtown Sugar Hill, downtown Buford has some great spots, and even downtown Lawrenceville has a lot going on. These places bring in festivals, concerts, and weekend activities. The Mall of Georgia is also in the northern area in Buford. This mall still has great shopping options, and there are restaurants all around. There's a steady flow of newer restaurants, boutiques, and entertainment options. If you want a community that feels active and busy and well-developed, North Gwinnett leans in that direction. Now, South Gwinnett feels more traditional suburban. It's quieter, there are community parks. And by the way, Gwinnett has incredible parks all over the county. It is one of my favorite things about living here. Now in South Gwinnett, there are several local shopping centers. There's familiar restaurants and family-owned businesses. Now, when people ask about shopping in South Gwinnett, it is important to be honest about how much the retail landscape has changed. Gwinnett Place Mall used to be the shopping destination for this part of the county, but today it's famous for its scenes in Stranger Things. The mall scenes in season 3 were filmed here. Today, the county is actively working on a long-term redevelopment plans for the site. Likely, it's going to be torn down. Sugarloaf Mills is still operating, but it's a very different experience than the Mall of Georgia. It leans more towards outlet-style stores and entertainment rather than everyday shopping. This is where Dave & Buster's and Medieval Times is. There is a great shopping spot called the Shops at Web Gin that has several stores that are in more of an outdoor shopping style area. So while South Gwinnett does have plenty of shopping options, grocery stores, and local businesses, the classic mall-style retail scene is just not as strong here as it is in northern Gwinnett. But several of the downtown spaces are just as charming as the northern part of the county. I love downtown Lilburn. They have fun stuff going on and great restaurants. Downtown Duluth is a family favorite of ours. Historic Norcross is also worth exploring. So overall, the northern side is just newer. You'll see more vacant or rundown spots on the southern side of the county just because it's older. There's plenty of things to do, great restaurants throughout the entire county. You will be fine on activities on either side. All right, commute and accessibility. Most people move here to be somewhat close to Atlanta. Atlanta is a major job hub, but most people live out in the suburbs, so hello, Gwinnett County. And where you work impacts where you want to live, because living close to the interstate in Atlanta can make or break your commute. If you're in North Gwinnett and you're commuting into Midtown or Buckhead, being closer to Interstate 85 or 985 helps a lot. So Suwanee, Duluth, and Sugar Hill have fairly direct routes. In South Gwinnett, Snellville and Lilburn are closer to the eastern side of Atlanta, and that can be more convenient for people working in Decatur, Emory, the CDC, or the Stone Mountain area. Lawrenceville has access to Highway 316, which makes the commute to Athens manageable. The commute is not about north being better than south. It's really about where you need to go every day and which area connects you to that route a little bit easier. No matter where you end up, you should get a Peach Pass. This is the toll lane on Interstate 85. It used to be the HOV lane, so basically a carpool lane. There was mad uproar when they took it away to create this toll lane. I guess I'm still not over it because I'm bringing it up again even after 7 years. Regardless, the pass itself is free. You just pay whenever you use it. So you should get one because you never know when you're going to need to hop in that lane really quickly to get somewhere. In terms of development and future potential, North Gwinnett has seen rapid development over the last decade, and it's still growing. New construction neighborhoods, expanded commercial corridors, and infrastructure improvements are everywhere. Property values in this region tend to appreciate steadily because the demand remains high. South Gwinnett is experiencing a slower, more measured level of growth, but that also means opportunity. If you're looking for a home with long-term investment potential and you don't mind putting work into renovations or older homes, this area can offer a strong upside. One region isn't better financially, they just appreciate differently. North Gwinnett tends to show stable, predictable value growth, and South Gwinnett offers potential for value add opportunities and entry price points that don't exist other places in the county. So which one is better for you? Here's where we're gonna pull everything together. Choose North Gwinnett if schools are your top priority. You prefer newer homes or planned communities. You want easy access to Interstate 85 or Lake Lanier. You enjoy a more bustling suburban lifestyle. Your budget is in a higher range, and you want strong long-term resale stability. Now, choose South Gwinnett if you want more house for your budget. You prefer larger lots or established neighborhoods. You enjoy a quieter pace. You want affordability without sacrificing space. And you're open to older homes that may need some updates. Or if your commute leans towards Decatur or East Atlanta, both regions have incredible strengths. Both attract different types of buyers, and both can be the right answer depending on who you are and what stage of life you are in. After living and working in Gwinnett County for 14 years and helping families move into both areas, here's what I can tell you. North Gwinnett is not better. South Gwinnett is not better. They're just simply different. North Gwinnett is shaped by school demand, new development, and a very active suburban lifestyle. And South Gwinnett is shaped more by affordability, larger lots, and a quieter, more traditional feel. The best fit comes down to your lifestyle, your budget, your priorities, and what you want your day-to-day life to look like. If you're trying to decide between North Gwinnett and South Gwinnett, I'd love to talk with you about your goals, your budget, and your lifestyle. Because there's no one-size-fits-all answer, but there is a community in Gwinnett that's right for you. That's what I help families figure out every single day. So make sure to like this video and subscribe if you want more deep dives into North Metro Atlanta living, and reach out anytime if you want help narrowing down the best places to look. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.